Okay, so they help out refugees.
Is it going to go into our notes today?
It could go into your notes from yesterday too, doesn't matter. So, they help refugees. And just as a random question, right? Anybody here know what the world's worst refugee situation is? It's still going on today.
Like where it is?
Yeah, what country has the world's worst refugee situation? No. Like in a specific country, sorry, not a continent. Chris.
Sudan.
No.
Congo?
No.
Is
Good
it
guess
in
though.
Africa?
It's becoming bigger. No. It's actually Afghanistan. Right when the Taliban took over, a whole bunch of people, more than 1 million people, actually left the country to go to other places. Alright, what else do they do today? Right?
Emergency humanitarian relief.
And if you guys remember, right, the first part about that video clip yesterday was when disaster strikes, right, when some sort of natural, like, big tide comes, what do they do? They're the first ones that are usually in to help provide some sort of assistance, right? And we talked about this in class, right? But one of the biggest problems nowadays is with child soldiers. And the thing is, if you become a soldier, right, if you're like a young kid, so anywhere between the ages of 8 to 13, and if you're brainwashed into becoming a killing machine, how the heck do you actually go back into being a normal kid again? And that's one of the hardest problems the UN actually has, right? How do you unbrainwash a young kid? It's just really, really hard. All right, other stuff the UN does? Lauren?
I was just wondering what the top of that said.
Oh, what is it doing today?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I have like, they take out like landmines and stuff.
Tony, you want to say one?
No, I was just...
Okay. What else? What else does the UN do today? There's like a million things they mentioned in the video. All right, Kyle, Daniel.
Well, for peace.
So to create peace. And just one of the things that we said at the end of class yesterday before the bell rang was this, right? I gave you guys the example. What if half of this class, right? So from Michelle and Daniel over, right, versus this side of class. What if these two sides of the class are sort of warring against each other? What the UN oftentimes does is they become kind of like human shields, and they'll physically become like a barrier between both conflicting sides. And there's something about seeing like the blue UN helmet or seeing like the UN swatch or seeing the UN symbol that usually prevents most warring sides from actually firing upon one another. So it's almost like if you guys absolutely hate each other, right, once you actually get the UN in there as peacekeepers, they stop because what you're actually doing is shooting innocent people who are there just to sort of make a difference. The thing that's crazy is that, we actually got a chance, we went to United Nations 2 years ago to talk to an actual UN peacekeeper, and it was the coolest thing. Like, his job is actually to create peace. His like actual like business card said, blah 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 blah, peacekeeper. How awesome is that? And we're talking to him, and he was, what's the hardest part about the problem? He's like, the hardest part is that you actually have a weapon with you as a peacekeeper, but you're only allowed to use it when you're being fired upon, or if in case of absolute emergency. And we're like, so what does that really mean? He's like, if I see like a people, like let's say that he's standing right here in the middle, and if he sees a whole bunch of people on this side with guns or weapons or things like that, he can't use his weapon until he's actually being fired upon, or if you guys are using your weapons for some sort of, evil reason. So it's just like, it's hard. Like, your basic instinct as a human being is to protect yourself before you actually get attacked. But they, as peacekeepers, can't do anything until they themselves or somebody else is actually being attacked. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. 'Cause I wanted to say something yesterday about like how like you think the world like is gonna ever be like peaceful.